the Syrian was healed only after he obeyed and showed himself humble. Initially, he would not listen to the simple instruction. But then he was genuinely grateful, so much so that he wanted to adore only the God of Israel. And in the mentality of the ancient peoples, a god was territorial, and so he had to have some of the territory of the god back in his own Syrian country. And so he took as much as 2 mules could carry of the earth of the Holy Land. Something similar happened after the unearthing of the true cross took place at the cessation of persecution. Helena found eventually the true cross, and they brought back great relics to Rome. But they also brought enough earth to make it possible to have a part of that Holy Land in Rome. Hence it is that one of the 7 major Roman basilicas is called to this day that of Santa Croce in Jerusalem, Holy Cross in Jerusalem. A bit of Jerusalem is there. Gratitude. They were all 10 healed, and it's as though the Hebrews, rather than the Samaritan, almost took it as a right. The Samaritan, the excluded, was very grateful twice over. He had a share in the benefits of Israel, and he, in true Oriental mode, expressed that with all his physical being. He was an outpouring of heartfelt gratitude. We need to recuperate that. The attitude of the creature towards life hinges in part on this. There are many, from the child upward, who, like the other 9, took things as a right owed unto them. Life was owed, and all that went with it. And so they have a right to complain. The person who by nature doesn't own but is surprised never loses the wonder of the child who is just born, all the new mysteries that he finds around him. These are people who actually go through life in a mode of freedom, not having rights. All is an extra, a bonus. And so, thank you, thank you, thank you is their attitude. It's a secret, really. It can apply this very day, because the day can be heavy or light according to my attitude to it. This applies not only to God, but also to each other. The husband who no longer says thank you, the child who never even thinks of saying thank you, are people who think that all is owed to them. There will be maybe a time when the source of those good things is taken away from them. Or maybe they will get married and they will treat their wives in the same way. Selfish souls. All is owed to them. Yesterday, I was giving Holy Communion to a person who is suffering. And when one is with a person who is suffering physically, one intuits that for someone in that state, just 1 hour without suffering would be a source of great gratitude. We think that a day without suffering is owed to us, and so we complain when it comes to us. What if we had the other experience, that of suffering 24/7, For that person, just 1 minute without suffering is something that they're genuinely grateful for. Likewise, a person who has a terrible accident and miraculously comes back to life. A friend of mine didn't come back to life. That person is now with Jesus. But supposing it had been the other way around, what would have been the gratitude of the siblings, the friends, the husband? It's only when we're faced with genuine risk of death that life half becomes precious again. Alas, we take one day as though it were owed to us. Actually, yesterday we were not, tomorrow we will not be, and it's pure gratuitous gift that we have 24 hours. And so the way that we celebrate it should be correspondingly upbeat and thankful. And this is concrete, not only the right of saying thank you to each other and expressing it physically or even with little BA and letters, but also that of going through the day in mental grateful mode, of also for every joy that comes, readdressing it to the giver thereof, not taking it as owed. Among many, one would be that of saying thanks to God for the graces that we have actually pleaded for and forget to thank for. Losing an object, finding it, thank you God. Another is for what sustains life on a daily basis. We cannot be without providential aid, food and drink. This can be celebrated, and in so doing life itself is celebrated. Jean Vanier, now deceased unfortunately, he had also this teaching for his little communities. La vie est à célébrer. Life is to be celebrated. And he did so well with all those poor little people that he had with him. They had their own joys, and they were grateful. He made them so. And so we, when it comes to food, can celebrate the day together. Prayer from the heart, before and after. Not a whizzed-off prayer, even a summer prayer that I practically always do here at midday, and also bringing to the Lord what has happened or is happening in the day with those who might be with us. In France also there is this beauty of singing thanks before and after, often in harmony. It's there in the Scout movement, it's there in many places. Why not make harmony out of a dismal day for which we're not grateful? It comes to us in blessing and returns to the giver as thanksgiving for blessing acknowledged. I believe in God.